We did just hear from the city's mayor, who said that approximately 23 businesses in downtown Los Angeles have been looted during the protests that we're seeing happening over the last few days.
Why is there no audio?
This comes as CNN has learned that the more than 700 Marines that we told you about last night
Why is there no audio?
Activated to go and assist the National Guard. And
are you fucking kidding me? What's going on? I didn't mute this window. What? Do you guys see the audio? It's not just you. Damn, he's spitting, dude. Wait, there's no way he prepared this like sexy ass big reveal and there's no fucking audio and the chat is disabled, so we can't even experience the joy. He's going hard right now. Midas touch. No sound. Midas touch exclusive. Holy fuck. 45,000 watching Midas touch live stream right now. 46,000 started streaming 3 minutes ago. Oh my God. Midas touch bangs, dude. They are literally, they are the top dogs. My bad. My bad. Midas touch. I'm sorry. I didn't know what kind of fucking smoke y'all had. I didn't know what kind of crazy smoke y'all had, Midas touch. Midas touch apology form. I thought Asmongold was the #1 political content creator on the platform. Turns out it's fucking Midas touch, bro. It's 4 minutes and already passed me. And no audio too. Wait, there's sound here.
Federal judge. So we're not exactly sure what this press conference is about, but we are trying to bring that to you very
They don't
shortly.
even know what the press conference is about because it's muted.
From Mayor Bass that
oh, what a fucking clown!
Has been imposed in 1 square mile.
Oh, Gavin, you suck. You fucking suck. Hey, yo, Gav. This live stream shit ain't for you, big dog. Maybe instead of having Charlie Kirk on, you could have had me on. I could have taught you a thing or two. Oh, negative aura. Oh my God. Oh, what's up, Kaya? Gavin Newsom made a big show of making this announcement, and it was fucking muted the entire time. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, the Republicans are going to cook his ass. I think the Republicans are going to cook his ass. It's especially funny because he made like such a big show of it. You know what I mean? Boo, no sound, hacked, sabotage, Blue Anon on the Midas touch tip, claiming sabotage.
I want to say a few words about the events of the last few days. This past weekend, federal agents conducted large-scale workplace raids in and around Los Angeles. Those raids continue as I speak. California is no stranger to immigration enforcement, but instead of focusing on undocumented immigrants with serious criminal records and people with final deportation orders, a strategy both parties have long supported, this administration is pushing mass deportations, indiscriminately targeting hardworking immigrant families, regardless of their roots or risk. What's happening right now is very different than anything we've seen before. On Saturday morning, when federal agents jumped out of an unmarked van near a Home Depot parking lot, they began grabbing people, a deliberate targeting of a heavily Latino suburb. A similar scene played out when a clothing company was raided downtown. In other actions, a U.S. citizen, 9 months pregnant, was arrested, a 4-year-old girl taken, families separated, friends quite literally disappearing. In response, everyday Angelenos came out to exercise their constitutional right to free speech and assembly, to protest their government's actions. In turn, the state of California and the city and county of Los Angeles sent our police officers to help keep the peace. And with some exceptions, they were successful. Like many states, California is no stranger to this sort of unrest. We manage it regularly and with our own law enforcement. But this, again, was different. What then ensued was a use of tear gas, flashbang grenades, rubber bullets, federal agents detaining people and undermining their due process rights. Donald Trump, without consulting California law enforcement leaders, commandeered 2,000 of our state's National Guard members to deploy on our streets, illegally and for no reason. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk. That's when the downward spiral began. He doubled down on his dangerous National Guard deployment by fanning the flames even harder. And the president, he did it on purpose. As the news spread throughout LA, anxiety for family and friends ramped up. Protests started again. By night, several dozen lawbreakers became violent and destructive. They vandalized property. They tried to assault police officers. Many of you have seen the video.
Say you're going to violently apprehend ICE agents.
If you incite violence, I want to
say you're going to use your police force as a military
or destroy our communities, you're going to be held to account. That kind of criminal behavior will not be tolerated.
No, you're punishing the fucking Los Angelinos.
220 people
Punish
have been arrested,
ICE, Gavin.
And we're reviewing tapes to build additional cases, and people will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Again, thanks to our law enforcement officers and the majority of Angelinos who protested peacefully, the situation was winding down and was concentrated in just a few square blocks downtown. But that's not what Donald Trump wanted. He again chose escalation.
The fucking federal, the federal law enforcement hasn't even done shit yet. They're not allowed to. It's the Los Angeles cops that have escalated the situation every single day so far.
Active U.S. Marines.
Those are your guys. You just think
These are the men and women trained for foreign combat, not domestic law enforcement. We honor their service. We honor their bravery. But we do not want our streets militarized by our own armed forces. Not in LA, not in California, not anywhere. We're seeing unmarked cars in school parking lots, kids afraid of attending their own graduation. Trump is pulling a military dragnet all across Los Angeles, well beyond his stated intent to just go after violent and serious criminals. His agents are arresting dishwashers, gardeners, day laborers, and seamstresses. That's just weakness masquerading as strength. Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities. They're traumatizing our communities. And that seems to be the entire point. California will keep fighting. We'll keep fighting on behalf of our people, all of our people, including in the courts. Just yesterday, we filed a legal challenge to Donald Trump's reckless deployment of American troops to a major American city. Today, we sought an emergency court order to stop the use of the American military to engage in law enforcement activities across Los Angeles. If some of us could be snatched off the streets without a warrant, based only on suspicion or skin color, then none of us are safe. Authoritarian regimes begin by targeting people who are least able to defend themselves, but they do not stop there. Trump and his loyalists, they thrive on division because it allows them to take more power and exert even more control. And by the way, Trump, he's not opposed to lawlessness and violence as long as it serves him. What more evidence do we need than January 6th? I ask everyone, take time, reflect on this perilous moment. A president who wants to be bound by no law or constitution, perpetuating a unified assault on American traditions. This is a president who in just over 140 days has fired government watchdogs that could hold him accountable for corruption and fraud. He's declared a war on culture, on history, on science, on knowledge itself. Databases, quite literally, are vanishing. He's delegitimizing news organizations, and he's assaulting the First Amendment.
Dude, this is like he's mustered up the courage to hit like 2016 anti-Trump lines finally.
What universities themselves can teach.
But like, I'm sorry, we need more than this. We need more than this. This is not 2016. This is fucking 2025. You need to be way more aggro now.
For no other reason than to, in his
He's
own
literally
words,
hitting all the liberal resistance, liberalism high notes from 2016. Like, we must, this is not us. We must resist against Trump, all this shit. But I think right now, what we need, oh my God, 127,000 people watching Midas Touch. God damn it, they're so sick. They're so popping.
Done in the past. Look, this isn't just about protests here in Los Angeles. When Donald Trump sought blanket authority to commandeer the National Guard, he made that order
to
apply
liberalism.
to every state
I'm out.
in this
I'm
nation.
done.
This
Fuck
is
this
about all of
radical
us.
shit.
This
Liberalism is
you.
winning. I'm taking a knee.
California
I'm taking
may
a
be
bow.
first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next. Democracy is next. Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived. He's taking a wrecking ball to our founding fathers' historic project. 3 co-equal branches of independent government. There are no longer any checks and balances. Congress is nowhere to be found. Speaker Johnson has completely abdicated that responsibility. The rule of law has increasingly been given way to the rule of Dawn. The founding fathers, they didn't live to die to
The
see
rule
this
of
kind
Dawn.
moment. It's time for all of us to stand up. Justice Brandeis, he said it best. In a democracy, the most important office, with all due respect, Mr. President, is not the presidency, and it's certainly not governor. The most important office is office of citizen. At this moment, we all need to stand up and be held to account, a higher level of accountability.
Say it. We need to take
If
it
you
to the streets.
rights,
Say it.
Please.
We need to disrupt
please
ICE
do it
activities.
peacefully. I know many of you
Gavin
are feeling
Newsom
deep
says
anxiety,
it's time for the
stress,
citizens to
and
take up
fear.
arms and engage in
But I want
guerrilla
you to know
warfare.
that you are the antidote to that fear.
It's time for a
and that
peasants'
anxiety.
revolution.
What Donald
A
Trump
peasants'
wants
rebellion.
most is your fealty, your silence to be complicit in this moment. Do not.
Gavin Newsom. The rural farmland surrounds the cities. Make no mistake. We are numerous. Gavin Newsom, he's like, I'm putting weapons crates. I'm putting weapons crates in every town, in every neighborhood. Viva la revolución! Yeah, he watched Andor. Such a meaningless statement, I know. It's actually remarkable how little motion this statement had. I did think he was going to say something. Like, I thought he was going to say anything, like something different, something unique. No, it was just like, it basically served the function of like entertaining a bid for his 2028 run.